Good day, gentlemen and ladies. Today my video, which we are, by the way, the 15th of April 2023, and right now the temperature, can you believe it's 66 degrees Fahrenheit? So that means is very outstandingly very good weather, and it's been like that since all week. So during the night it was almost the freezing point, and sometimes just a few degrees below the freezing point. And during the day all the way to 60 to 65 68 sometimes Fahrenheit. So very nice weather. So that's why you can see the snowbank are melting, the icebergs. All right, so today on this video what you will see is basically the maintenance after the winter on my snowblower, also the maintenance on my front plow on the SSQA. But before doing that, I still didn't install the battery. I did a maintenance video last Saturday about the battery. I'm gonna talk to you about something that I completely missed about maintenance on the battery, is the how to test the I still forget that word. All right, so stick around, there's a lot of stuff on this video, okay? And also I'm gonna remove my winter chains, and as you can see, Scotty is doing well, and Ruby is already on the grass. All right, so cheers. Now, if you recall my last video last Saturday about the maintenance of my tractor battery, what I've done is I had a leak from electrolyte liquid of the battery, and it caused corrosion. So I remove all the corrosion, I grind it with my horse dental cleaning tool, or a Dremel on testosterone like I was telling you, and then I repaint it. And Luke from Orange, my tractor, Orange it, no sorry Luke. Orange is my new green. He remind me that, hey, by the way, you use resin, fiberglass resin. I didn't put a fiberglass cloth, I just put a light coat of resin, so it will be a harder protection against acid electrolyte battery cell. And then I put another paint of coat, so that is quite a good protection, and that will be good, okay? Now the thing I completely forget to mention to you, stick around. All right, on the 12-volt batteries, there's 6 separate cells, okay? They are all separated, and each cell have their own electrolyte liquid, which is filled with electrolyte, and this is, you remember, these are for testing the antifreeze strength for your car, your tractor. You see if it's good at what temperature and everything. Well, they have the same also for the batteries, okay? So what I recommend to you is use a plastic. Why a plastic? It's better, no corrosive. Then you dip one inside of each cell, one cell at a time. So you press the rubber thing here, you put it in there, you fill it up, and you empty it in a glass, on that plastic glass. You do another stroke, then you put it on that plastic glass, and then you fill it completely all the way to there. All right, it's very important. And then you will know what is the state of each cells. Like here, I don't know if you're able to see, if the density is between 1300 to 1250, that means your battery, what did it say here? Specific gravity is good. It's between 1250 to 1223. It's starting to get weak, and as you go down all the way to 1100 gravity, then you'll know. Then your battery is about to go kaput. All right. So, however, when I've done this test, not the last one towards the negative pole, but the one just before, I was getting to have a fair. All the other one was in mid green or low green. Now that battery, it's been, I have the date here, I completely forgot. It was built the 5th month of the 2018. So that was, yeah, well, basically, yeah, she's gonna be 5 years. All right, so for 5 years of battery, I think it's still gonna be good for another 2 to 3 years minimum. So that's why it's important to have regular, well, yearly maintenance. I know that the battery are getting better and better as long as you pay a good price for it. Okay, there's some cheap battery within 5 years they're gonna be kaput. All right, so it's something I completely forgot. So these used to be used often, especially with the old batteries. Yes, definitely. All right, so now let's stick to my main subject. Let's go to the snowblower. I'm just gonna reinstall that. One thing, again, please connect the, once you install the battery, whatever you install it, connect the positive first and at the last the ground. All right, I mentioned it 3 times in my video. I speak about it, that text and the beginning I even, but just to make sure of that, the reason why you want to make the connecting loop, negative loop at the end. All right, so if by mistake you touch the positive with the ground of the tractor, there's no connection, nothing will happen. All right, so I'm gonna connect that, then I'm gonna throw the tractor outside. It's gonna be better for you. So what I have to talk to you about the maintenance of my snowblower, front snowplow, also the SSQA and the chains. I'm gonna remove the chain on my tractor and the maintenance on the chain after the winter. All right, cheers. All right, so you can see the wheel steering, the all the gauges, and right there is the battery. And like I told you, I put a nice carpet, thick one rubber on, so it has a better protection. So if I have ever spilled because the tractor is moving, the liquid will stay in there. I used to have a black one. Now I make it a little bit larger and thicker. And on the other side, I don't know if you can see it. It's tough to see, but yeah, so that gave a better protection, anti-vibration pad basically, and a better protection against spills from coming from the battery, because you know when you work hard with your tractor go up, down, left, right, so at least that will have a better protection. All right, snowblower. All right, folks, now for my maintenance after winter maintenance on my snowblower. What I've done, the first thing is I clean it with a rag. I remove all the oil. Why? Because since I have that snowblower, I've been telling you that I put oil everywhere. Why? Is to prevent corrosion, to help to dry the snow when I bring the snow and then become water, to help to evaporate, because the water doesn't stick on the steel, so it made that film of oil help to evaporate. And also it's easier to clean and lubricate also. All right, so what I've done is I remove all the excess oil. So I remove all the oil. It took me about not even 15 minutes. Okay, then after that, what I've done is I had corrosion inside of here. Despite of that resin that I had white inside, is the resin was basically blasted off because all those rocks in winter. So I removed the rust. I had very light, but you know when I'm crazy about rust, I remove everything. I throw back a coat of black paint. I use Tremclad paint. You can, armor coat is a good one too. And later on this summer I will put not 1 coat but at least 3 coats of resin, so they will have a better protection, because definitely resin was good to throw the snow further away and offer better protection. Now talking about resin, inside of my drum, you know that I put resin on it and also a cloth of fiberglass. The cloth of the fiberglass was damaged the beginning of the portion because the snowblower is rotating like this, like clockwise. Then I put a light coat on it. I'm gonna put another 2 coat, but I had absolutely, I swear solemnly to God in heaven, they had no corrosion inside of there, right? Not at all. Okay, that was outstanding. So I put a light coat, and then I put on also a light coat on the 4 propeller blade. So, but I had no corrosion at all whatsoever. So that was good. Then I did some paint touch up. I lubricated the end there. They're grease. They're seal bearing, but I always put a coat of oil. I also did check the oil in there. I already changed it last winter because of Ross from Ross on the Land was making an outstanding video. So I changed the oil was good, so that was good. Now all the shoe mechanism, what I've done is I took hair and I blow air between the, to make the easier, and then I lubricated all around, okay? Now all the electrical connection I'm gonna disconnect when I'm removing the snowblower. But just make sure they are clean. You can use contact cleaner to remove the connection, and that will be good. All right. All the outside here and everything here was very good. The only place that I kept oily, and I see a lot of video guys, they don't put oil and it's bad. It's all these ball joint in here. This is oily, greasy. Same thing in here. Like I keep it oily. Look at that. There's no corrosion. Free of movement, easy to install. Look at that, it's like very good like this, you see. All right, now the 3-point attachment, that's another video, but I'll keep oily all the way around. All right, even during the summer I clean it. I never wash my tractor. I only clean it with rag and oil. Okay, so for the PTO grease, once the tractor is connected, then I'm gonna grease it. I use a very synthetic grease, so it doesn't, so the zerk is not gonna dry. But I didn't even do 8 hours, like barely, because these PTO shaft, they need to be greased every 8 hours, and I'm barely, like I didn't barely have. I don't know, maybe I did 6 or 7 snow blowing videos, so, and they only take about 20 minutes to 35 minutes. So all right, so the maintenance on my snowblower is all done. So what I'm going to do is just switch the tractor on the other side and drop the snowblower at the end of the garage, and you all gonna witness that. All right, cheers. I'm just gonna check if the battery is working good. I am at 505 hours, so 505.0 hours of per tractor therapy pleasure. All right. In order for me to install the snowblower in the back of my garage, I need to take the bucket out of there, put it outside, then take the front snowplow, put it in the storage area outside. Now I'm just gonna talk to you slightly about the maintenance of the front snowplow. That snowplow again was built by my outstanding best friend Joe from Steel to Wood, who created that design of like you all know, the wings here, they're movable, and so that way I can adjust how deep I want the front snowplow to dig into the snow. or leave like this, how much snow I can leave, or how deep I have. Right. Now the basic maintenance on that is what I've done is I just paint everything where they had rust. Of course here the bar where I put that black pitch color is that was a little bit rusted here. The rust, I have some very light rust like you see here. I removed most of it and I'm just gonna paint it slightly because obviously that paint is gonna be gone at the end of my first time I'm gonna use the Snowplow. It's just a summer protection. I'm gonna blow some pressure here and there, and I'm gonna oil the boat for the summer so it's still lubricated, so it's going to move. After that part, I'm gonna talk to you about the SSQA. Okay, once I drop the Snowplow down there. All right. So that's what just gonna see a demonstration. Joe made a piercing hole here to drain water, so just make sure the holes are drained, holes are working good. Alright, so I'm not gonna paint it today, but what I will do instead this year, that's gonna be a video too. I'm just gonna oil it and let's see if it's gonna stay like that all summer. So I'm just gonna take some oil. The lubricating oil I'm using is SAE 30. It's non-soap, non-detergent oil. That's for lubricating and also for protecting against rust and lubricating. So that's the oil I'm using, by the way. So high viscosity index, SSQA non-detergent general purpose oil. This is the oil I'm using for lubricating all my rear 3-point, everything. You know those rotating ball when you attach the 3-point. That's the oil I'm using. Okay. The nice thing about with that oil doesn't wash off easily. It does not, so it's really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna drop my Snowplow temporarily because they still have snow down there, and I'll be back. All right, so stick around. Cheers. All right, folks. Now for the SSQA. Since I keep everything oily during the winter, it's very easy to clean. So basically, I'm just gonna make sure that all the bolts. The nuts are tight, and then I'm gonna wipe off the excess of oil around the plate. I'm just gonna do a very close view. So basically all the outside excess, this here I'm gonna leave a coat of oil because that's where it's touching. I need some lubrication, But I'm just gonna remove all the excess of oil all around, because the dirt with the oil, it's thick and you don't want that during the summer. During the winter, yes, it's protection. All right, so I clean everything off. I leave a little bit of oil here for lubrication. You also look for the mechanism, how it is working, because it's a great time. Make sure that big bolt here is well torqued. The outside here, the bolt. So I'm just gonna do that around, so please stick around. All right, so first thing I done is I blow some air. I wipe out all the excess, like I already talked to you about it, and I remove all the oil from here all the way to there, because this is the part I keep oily all winter long. And because of that, just with a simple rag with no detergent, no oil, since it's already oil anyway, I wipe off all the excess of the carbon, because my exhaust pipe, diesel exhaust pipe, is right there, and it didn't take any, like 2 seconds. Just wipe out, that's it. Okay, so the rest of the field, it's going to be a subject on another incoming video, because every spring I disconnect all the field and then I re-grease where the felt is connected in the support member here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is take the bucket, take it out of there, and then I'm gonna do 180 degrees, and I'm gonna disconnect officially my snowblower for this winter 2022 to 2023. All right, so that's gonna be official. All right, stick around. Cheers. I'm just gonna align, make sure it's in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna drop that little leg here. I'm just gonna drop it, and I'm going to lock it in place. Of course, I keep it oily. Okay. This. Like that. Okay. Now let's drop it very slowly. Maybe like this. All right. Am I good on that side? Oh, I'm not centered. Yeah, that is much better. All right, let's drop it slowly. Okay, shake it. Okay, everything is resting fine. Okay, so I'm gonna remove the bottom one first. See how easy is it? It is. Okay, I'm just gonna put the pin right here for now. That's what you do when you keep it oily. Just so done. Now the top one, I make sure that there's no tension, so yeah, it's free. So this, I'm just gonna connect like that. All right, I'm gonna disconnect the switch of, obviously. I'm gonna go use screwdriver just hold on. Everything is so. All right, here all the rubber are very crazy silicone because I want it to be flexible so the rubber will never dry. Now the plug itself, it's already been cleaned from last fall, and you can see that it's worth it to have a good silicone paste around the connection. Now for during the summer, I just leave a rag like this. So there's no dust coming into the plug, okay? I'm just gonna do that, all done. That will be perfect. All right, now for the PTO shaft, just all done. This is a very thick wire, and I used to connect it, I don't recall where, but it was basically, oh yeah, I didn't have that pin. That pin goes with the bar. So yeah, that's what I've done. I just put it in a hole like this as a support, and then I just bend the end. There we go. I just got this, disconnect the bar here, put it like that for now. I'm going to disconnect here. I hope you're going now. There we go. And voila. So the weight is keeping in place. So I'm gonna move the tractor and stick around. Woohoo! Now for the maintenance on the 3-point, I'm just gonna re-tight. It's a little bit too loose, but before I'm gonna put my 3-point attachment, because that's gonna be again another subject of the video. Why I'm putting that, but I'm gonna put it, and so yes, later on. Now for the remaining of the for the snowblower portion, like I told you, I already swiped all the excess oil, the protecting oil. The reason I'm doing that is to make sure that I have the summer dust. I'm not going to be touching too much. I'm going to cover it, make sure the plug is covered, and here I'm going to do the same thing with the rag, and stick around. For your information, I've got no summer implement who I need to connect on the 3-point. So what I'm going to do is just remove all the excess grease and oil and just clean it so no dirt's gonna stick on the PTO connecting shaft. Okay, I'm gonna also clean off all the excess oil all around, so it's gonna be easier. I'm just gonna leave oil where it's have a friction point. I'm going to do the same for the PTO connecting attachment. Make sure the shear pins are still there in good condition. And I'm just gonna throw a rag about it, alright? So stick around. Alright, so I just put a former bed sheet or a box spring cover, and I put it over like that will keep the dust away. And with those caster, I'm just gonna put it there. Hello, Keita!
Hi, Nate.
Hello! Now, I'm just gonna push it back towards where it's gonna be all summer. Alright, so that is taken care of. So I'm just gonna connect the my rear 3-point attachment for installing my trailer, and then we'll gonna talk about the you're gonna see me removing the chain. Alright, now my rear 3-point attachment is, I don't over tight these middle to bring the bar too tight. I keep it slightly loose because you don't want to bend these attachment in here. So just keeping like this, that's good enough. I put it straight so the bar is fully retracted, and of course I tied back the nut so it's not gonna go loose. Remember again, these for the Mahindra eMax 20s HST tractor, it's only for lifting. There's nothing to keep it up, going up. Okay, so if you have a heavy trailer going downhill, make sure either you keep it lower than the bar here, so the lowest point. So if something is going to push, it's gonna be under. If you raise it, it's gonna go up, and that's where catastrophe will happen. If you want to prevent that, either you lock it with chain from there to there, so there's no way in the world that thing is gonna lift. So by keeping tight, it's not gonna lift. I have videos on that. I think if I do remember, I'm gonna put the link. But there's a Wendell Tractorman 44. Tractorman 44 Wendell, a super tractor knowledge technician. He raised that point with, I remember it started with me and Tractorman 44 telling GP basically that no, there's no, unless the hydraulic cylinder is outside, then it's get a double action, if there's a double action, but most tractor 3-point, there's no resistance going up. It's only for lifting. Alright, so let's take off the chains and the preventive maintenance on the chain itself, okay? So using the front buckets, it's easier to remove the chains when you have when the wheels are high in the air. So I'm just gonna remove the copper lock wire. Just cut the excess. Go, remove the pin. I'm not keeping those pins too tight to do that. Alright, I'm just gonna do the other on the other side. Where is it? Right here. Alright, so please stick around. I'm going to remove the 4 chain. I'm going to leave it on the ground, and I'm going to show something to do, what to do with the chains after winter. Alright, cheers. Alright folks, when the chains are completely removed from the tractor, what I do is, in order to clean them, to remove all the dirt, I just shake them, and I just drop it on the ground like this. All the dirt will be left. This one was quite clean, but this one was filthy. Alright, something in here. Look at that. Alright, I don't know if you remember last year when I removed my chain, but this is the the bucket for the chain for my John Deere, and it's still in there, so it's full of oil. Once in a while I take the bottom one and I put it on the top, so the oil's still moving in there. So now this one is full of oil too, so I'm just gonna take the bottom one like this, move it a little bit, just temporarily put it like that. I'm gonna take the other one. I'm gonna put it like this. Take the other one here. Oily. And same thing with this one. So take that one in here. Take that one in here. There we go. And last one. All right. All right. Where's my rag? All right, folks. The reason why I'm putting oil over my train is, first of all, to stop the corrosion. After that, it's keep them oily. So, and it's oil. It's also a cleaning. Even if the oil doesn't contain soap, it will keep it clean. Okay. So as you see here, that's been more than a year now, and it's still no rust, shiny, oil wet looking, like a bikini girl on the beach. All right, now stick around. Cheers. Now, folks, I would like to give an honorary mention for my puppy dogs, Scotty and Ruby. They've been there the whole time on the balcony, having a wonderful afternoon. I start at 2 o'clock. It must be, by seeing at the sun, it must be around 6 now, or 5, between 5 and 6. And yeah, very good golden retriever. Nice and quiet. All right. So I hope you like my video. I talk about the maintenance of my chain, keeping it oily, cleaning it. I remove my snowblower. I already put it in the back there. I talked to you about my SSQA, also the maintenance of my front snowplow. And I reinstalled the bucket. Now this year, I'm not gonna do a spring oil change on the engine because I think I don't have even 8 hours on it. The oil is pristine clean. And that's the one reason, the main reason why I like synthetic oil. Synthetic oil doesn't go bad with times. Mineral oil will go bad within a year. Synthetic oil, it's not. So that's one big advantage about that. It's not timely. It's the time, it doesn't matter at some extent. I never lasted more than 2 years engine oil. Mineral oil, without 1 year, I change it. And then you see me the rear 3-point attachment. So I hope you like the video. Please, thank you. You won't believe how much support you give it to me. Thank you very kindly for your very nice, supportive and informative feedback comment. I like when you tell your stories. It's very good. We all learn, we all share. So other than that, please enjoy the very nice weather that we're having. Tomorrow is gonna be the 7 days with nice weather, no rain at all. So that's why the snow is melting like crazy, and I like that. All right. So on that, please do take care of yourself. Life is good, yes, and have a good end of the weekend. All right. Cheers. Bye.